He's like, it's good, you know? It's good, it's good.
It turns out that Terry wasn't really a filmmaker, but instead just a guy with a camera who happened to know a lot of street artists. After Banksy convinced Terry to leave the tapes with him in hopes of creating the street art documentary he dreamed of, Exit Through the Gift Shop started production. Terry went off to become a successful artist himself, going by the name Mr. Brainwash, and Banksy made the early decision to flip the script. Instead of making himself and his peers the main subjects of the documentary, he opted to make Terry's journey through the underground world of graffiti the main focus. One of the smartest decisions I've ever seen made in a doc.
Well, the film is the story of what happened when this guy tried to make a documentary about me, but he was actually a lot more interesting than I am, so now the film is kind of about him. I mean, it's not Gone with the Wind, but there's probably a moral in there somewhere.
From when I was a kid to today, this has always remained my favourite documentary ever created. I've watched it countless times, and it's really what made me fall in love with how Banksy approaches art. Despite the documentary being about Terry, I ended up finishing the documentary more interested in Banksy than anything else. This is just one example of Banksy's intentions working against him. Most art critics hate him, which is why most normal people like him. Yet despite his criticism of the modern art world, unfortunately, most normal people can't afford a $500,000 spray painted wall. The more Banksy attempts to criticize the establishment, the more they profit. But what's the alternative? I know bleeping out Banksy's real name isn't going to deter anyone from finding it out after they click off this video. Much like a lot of Banksy's work, this video might have the opposite effects than intended. By shredding the painting, I might have unintentionally created more appeal, despite my intentions being pure. So I guess I'll end with the same question we started with.